Hello and welcome to the September 29th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I am your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today by two members of our podcast team.
Hello, I'm Sue Romero.
And hello, David Wolbrecht.
And here, my friends, are the stories we're covering this week.
We'll have some tips on preventing fall flooding, also a conference walking tour at Totem Lake Park, and National Preparedness Month is wrapping up. Did you participate?
Also, beach water testing is over until spring, so we have some tips on swimming safely during the rainy season. We're also looking ahead to the next city council meeting and pruning Kirk Park poplar trees.
That was well
proceeding.
stated.
Yeah,
That's a tough
thank
one.
you. Yes.
We're also seeking volunteers for Harvest Festival. We have an award-winning Latin musician coming to Kirkland. Woohoo! This is going to be fun. And many other upcoming events. But first, our big story of the week. Even though it's been raining, we're asking that folks voluntarily conserve water. So please stop watering lawns, turn off water when brushing your teeth, and those kinds of things. Why? When our area received nearly a half an inch of rain just yesterday?
Well, forecasts do call for a drier fall and a warmer winter, which could mean lower than normal reservoirs and a lower snowpack. And a number I heard is over the last 5 or 6 days, we received more rain than we did the entirety of summer.
Right.
Just in the last 5 or 6 days?
Yeah, and so basically our reservoirs for the area are just
Right.
really low. And so even though we're not in any risk of...
We're not running out of water.
Yeah, but we might next year,
Yes,
depending how conditions continue.
Right,
You know,
even though it seems crazy to say, don't use water right now,
Yeah.
even though it's pouring down raining in the last couple of days. It's the future we're looking forward to.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big paradox.
It's the paradox of living in a temperate rainforest, Jim.
That's right. And with all this rain, we also wanted to share some helpful tips to prevent fall flooding. So we have a story on water prevention, and now we have a story on fall flooding.
The paradox, yes.
Make sure your gutters and downspouts don't have leaks.
And you want to add screens on gutters to keep leaves and debris out. It's the best couple of grand I ever spent. Just
Pays
kidding.
off. Hey, there you
Yes.
go. Other options, you could use a rain barrel to collect rainwater. I've got some friends who do that. And be sure to sweep your driveway instead of using a hose.
Right.
No need to add water to the whole,
Yes.
It also prevents dirt
Stuff
from
coming
getting
from
in
the-
your drains.
More
well,
efficient.
That too, yes.
Better all-around technique.
Yeah, we got more info and tips in the show notes, which easily accessible at kirklandwa.gov/podcast.
So besides rain, this past week, we also saw Totem Lake Park as a backdrop for the Washington chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects. This is really interesting. During WASLA's, that's their acronym, during their annual conference this month, about 20 participants toured the park's All Abilities Playground, which is really wonderful, the new Totem Lake Connector Bridge, amazing, and the accessible wetland boardwalk that connects the park to the Cross Kirkland Corridor, which is another beautiful location in the city. It's very cool that they're doing that.
Oh, absolutely. Have you all been and seen the art up there? Is so cool. It's like
Yes.
one of those you stand in the right place and you see it's a beaver or whatever. I love that.
Yeah, it's very much based on your location
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, thoughtful.
Definitely worth to check out.
Yeah. And I think this park is also, I don't know if it's official yet, but it might be the longest continuous picnic bench or picnic table in Kirkland parks. Yeah, it might be an unofficial record, but there's a 20 or 30 foot long
We need to
table.
do a little research.
How
on that,
many
'cause
people can sit at that
I
table?
think
I think
that's-
it's dozens. Yeah.
I think that might be a future
Did you
podcast
know?
location.
Oh. Right. On location
on
at
location. Just
go ahead and
Kirkland's
lay
longest
down.
continuous picnic table. All right.
That
well,
works.
All right. We'll circle back.
The whole office is invited.
And just of note, if folks didn't catch it this spring, so WASLA, the American Society of Landscape Architecture, did award Totem Lake Park a 2023 Award of Honor back in April.
Because it's awesome.
Because it's
is
awesome. So now that September's wrapping up, that means so is National Preparedness Month. Sue, you had hinted at this in the show's opening. Did you participate in National Preparedness Month?
I did.
Tell us about that.
I took the fire extinguisher training, and I just want to say, pulling out that little pin is a lot harder than it looks. When they do it on TV, it's like,
But you did.
bam,
you
bam,
didn't-
bam.
You had to pull the pin.
Yes. It has like a, what do you call the plastic
zip tie
Yeah,
type thing?
it's like
Or-
it's
well,
like a zip
not
tie,
that- yeah,
but it's not that strong.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to break off, but I was like, this thing isn't coming off. The fire's
You
like
gotta
climbing up
commit.
the wall.
You gotta.
Time is of the essence of those.
I know. I did pass though. I did it.
Bravo.
Nice.
Yeah. So there were
Yeah, like
there
more
were-
than 100 of us. Is that right?
Wow.
Sue?
100 of City of Kirkland staff increased our emergency preparedness knowledge by taking that fire extinguisher training, and I took it with you, David.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was nice to have the fire marshal there. He just kind
Yeah.
of
It's
strolled
always
up.
nice to have the teacher in the room.
Like, hey, Mark.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
it's always nice to have the teacher. Yeah, exactly. So it's an important time for our community to also reflect on what they might have learned or practiced this
Sure.
month. And hey, don't worry if you didn't learn or practice anything. There's always tips on being more prepared.
Yeah.
And we have all sorts of info on the show notes.
Yep.
Preparedness is a universally good thing.
It is, yeah.
So also this week, the King County Public Health has ended its seasonal beach water bacteria testing. We have been through a few of these
Finally.
through the summer. Testing will begin next spring, but please note, to swim safely during the rainy season, King County Public Health reminds us that when it rains, poop does get washed in from the land into the water. So we're not out of the woods.
Right. No.
Yes, it's really important. So swimmers, kayakers, other winter beachgoers should stay out of the water for at least 24 hours after a heavy rainfall. Like you mentioned, Jim, stuff gets washed down,
Yep.
bacteria, poop, that sort of thing. So also, it's helpful to avoid areas where you see pipes or streams that drain directly to the beach.
Yeah. You also want to avoid swimming near a sewer overflow site for 48 hours. I'm thinking if I see a sewer overflow site,
You're gonna avoid the
site,
sewer.
I'm avoiding it.
Yes.
Yeah, for a while.
For
but
days and
I
days
think
and
48
days.
hours is like the science-backed way, but
Be like Sue.
yeah.
Avoid
Or
that
don't
area.
swim.
Don't avoid that.
Ruins my
I do
hair.
know some folks that actually like swim year round, and like every weekend they get in either the lake or the sound. And
Wow.
And I
that is
suspect
brave.
those are folks that are in the know.
yeah,
about these
I would
things.
think so.
They don't go near the sewers, I bet.
No, yeah.
So looking ahead this week, the next city council meeting is coming up on this Tuesday, October 3rd. Now, as per usual, they'll start out the evening at 5:30, which is a study session, which will include a new city initiative, the Coordinated Response to Homelessness. And this is really impressive stuff. And I urge you to tune in and learn all about what the city's doing internally and then externally to address this generational challenge. But we also have updates on the King County Health Through Housing project in Kirkland, which is related to that, and a special presentation from staff of the King County Regional Homelessness Authority on the authority's 5-year plan. So all of that stuff is interdependent and connected, and it will be super interesting to see.
After the study session, the council will cover more items in the business agenda, which starts at 7:30, including a special presentation of the city's first Smart City Master Plan, which is intended to use technology efficiently, and a presentation on the community engagement plan to update the Juanita and Kingsgate neighborhood plans in 2023-2024.
And as always, you can tune in on the city's YouTube channel, website, or Facebook page to watch the council meetings.
Also coming up this week, some Kirk Park trees are being removed. So it's the popular poplars planted to protect people from projectiles produced by players at Lee Johnson Ball Field are reaching the end of their lives. Now, I'm convinced our writers put that in there as an Easter egg for me.
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Good job, Jim.
I worked my way through it.
It was good. You did great.
Yeah.
I was
tried.
I was kind of side-eyeing you to see how it'd go. Well, and shout out to Sarah in Park. She did let us know that the pruning is proceeding as planned. So
Right. And I messaged her back and I said, perfect, Parks.
yeah,
Thank you.
And I did drive by, and I did see
Well
there
played, Sue. Well played.
the Arbor Pro, the spider truck that we talked about from
Yeah.
City Hall for All. It
It
was
looks
up
like
and
an
out.
alien.
Yeah, it was up, and they were
The alien's taking out the trees right now.
yeah.
The spider truck was a star
absolutely.
at City Hall for all.
It's cool.
So
Very cool.
it's out in the community as we speak. So these trees, 3 of them died this summer, and 3 more are dying, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because they're at the end of their lives. This row was actually planted in the early 80s, so they've been around for quite a while. For everyone's safety, we're starting to remove the dead and dying trees, and we'll continue removal into next week.
Right. And staff is going to evaluate options to replace these popular poplar trees.
That's right.
So now's your chance to support a festive fall favorite by volunteering at this year's Harvest Festival.
We're looking for volunteers for various activities, including the kids' corral, where you just keep them in the fence. I'm just kidding.
Very safe
As well,
place.
people are like, do not let Sue watch my kid. As well as helping take down when the event ends at 4. So the third annual Harvest Festival is Saturday, October 7th from 11
very
a.m.
nice.
to 4 at Juanita Beach Park.
Yeah, we'll be sharing more about the event next week, but I hear there will be a cow.
Really?
A real live cow.
real life cow.
Her name is Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn!
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sensing, first of all, you have to come out and see Gwendolyn.
Right.
Right.
I'm sensing, though, there's a thread of every time we have an event and there are animals at the event, it seems to be a successful event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Gwendolyn,
There's going to be a line to see Gwendolyn.
I mean, right?
she's already a star.
So, if you want to get a personal introduction to Gwendolyn, please volunteer and do that by emailing our event team. Info in the show notes at kirklandwa.gov/podcast.
And if you're looking for some amazing live music next weekend, we got something for you as well. Alex Cuba, a Latin Grammy and Juno-winning super songwriter. Wow, he's a singer-songwriter, is coming to the Kirkland Performance Center on Friday, October 6th at 7 p.m. This is a big deal.
Yeah, his music is a mix of funk, jazz, and pop, and I was listening to some of it yesterday, and it's really smooth. It's
Yeah, me too. I looked it up because I was like, what does this sound like?
What is it? I liked it.
Yeah, me
I bet it's
too.
going to be a great show. So tickets can be purchased on the Kirkland Performance Center website.
The KPC is a jewel.
Yeah,
It's a very special place
absolutely.
right here in our city.
Absolutely.
So support comes from the City of Kirkland's Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Division, which seeks to highlight the various cultures and backgrounds that enrich the Kirkland community through the arts. Now, there are some other great events coming up, my friends.
Including the last.
The last.
Very last of the season.
That's
Of the
right.
season.
Juanita Friday Market. So today, if you're listening to this on Friday, September 29th, get out 3 to 7 p.m. Juanita Beach Park. It's the last chance to catch fresh produce and flowers from our amazing local vendors.
And the next event, my favorite Halloween costume swap. I did bring a bag of costumes, and I left
You are
it
a
at-
Halloween kind of gal.
My mom brought in a
That's
bag.
my understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6
Halloween
bins.
is
Did you get rid of one of the bins, or you just?
No,
Oh,
just
okay.
like 3 costumes.
Okay, from the 6 bins. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my mom also dropped by some costumes from my childhood.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So I
Did you
I had to say goodbye to Robin Hood. Was my definitely a hero of mine.
Robin
growing
Hood
up.
the Fox.
I did watch that movie approximately 100 times, Jim.
the Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say.
Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time.
Oodle-lolly,
Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
Wait a
Yes, Jim,
minute.
that version.
I just
my
want
gosh.
to say, for any bravo,
Yes.
for any family that has young ones
And
and
you-
they don't know about that movie,
Classic.
classic movie. Gotta
So
watch it.
come tomorrow and get my childhood Robin Hood costume or many other costumes or accessories at City Hall in the Peter Kirk room.
Yep.
Between 11 and 1.
We also have parent and student planner time. This event is at Kirkland Library. Also tomorrow, September 30 from 2 to 4 at the library. No registration is required.
No registration this
You
one.
can just show up.
That's great. And Wheels and Reels, drive-in movies. I love these. Saturday, September 30th at 7 p.m. The movie is Hotel Transylvania Transformania.
Okay. This is at Juanita Beach Park. $20 vehicle charge. Registration required.
Yep.
Also, looking further ahead, for those young gamers out there, Game On at
Game
Kingsgate
On.
Library. So grades 6 through 12 on Wednesdays now through December 13th. So, for the fall season, this is awesome. Folks can come drop in and play Nintendo Switch games, including Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mario Kart 8, Overcooked 2, and ARMS and Moving Out. Have any of you played Overcooked? Overcooked?
No.
Never know.
Oh my gosh. It is a
How do you play it?
riot.
Have you ever heard of it?
So it's like a team game where you're all little characters in this restaurant, and you're all running around trying to fill orders, and everything's on conveyor belts. It's crazy. I get a little aggressive.
You just
You have
give
a
people what they
strategy.
didn't ask for.
Yeah, I'm like, get out of my way. I got to chop the lettuce. And anyway, it's a lot of fun. So if you have, any youth,
Will it be available at Game On?
Well, apparently, I think it's bring your own
you bring your
Switch
own
is my
Yeah.
understanding.
I'm guessing
but-
this is the only time you don't have to be quiet at the library.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I like
they're
that date.
sequestered in a room.
And also coming up, Kirkland Forest Day. This is Sunday, October 22nd from 10 a.m. to 4 at 132nd Square Park. It's our city's annual Arbor Day event. Lots of kids' activities and a ceremonial tree planting. That's happening at 12:30.
Super. That sounds fantastic.
I don't think we'll have Gwendolyn the cow, though. but
Probably not.
Oh, I can't wait.
I don't know. We can see.
So that brings us to our last story. Get ready for the Pee-wee Monster Bash.
Ooh, the monster bash. Oh.
So kids age 5 and under in costume are invited to the Kirkland annual Pee-wee Monster Bash Carnival.
This is happening Friday, October 27 from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the North Kirkland Community Center. Safe, spirited activities such as swamp fishing, crafts, a cookie walk, a maze, and more.
What's a cookie walk?
I think it's like a cakewalk where you walk on the squares and then
got it.
for music, and then they stop the
Oh,
music
okay.
and they call out a number, and you're like, you get to pick your cookie.
It's interesting because my question was, what's swamp?
I know. Is that safe and spirited?
Well, what's the scariest plant in the jungle?
Yeah.
Bamboo.
Are there monster fish in the swamp? I don't know.
There might be. Well, registration is encouraged. This event usually does sell out, so cost is $16 per child. Much more details in the show notes. And if you're looking for a costume, remember,
we-
tomorrow, costume swap.
Costume
There's going to
swap.
be a Robin Hood in there.
And a wizard hat.
And a wizard hat.
And
also from my childhood
and a
collection.
onesie unicorn.
One's a
heck
unicorn?
yeah.
Bravo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bravo. Okay, but so that sounds like really good, clean Halloween fun for the whole family. But did you know, A, that both Colgate and Penn State offered degrees in cryptozoology,
Oh, interesting.
or B, that Bela Lugosi, who's known for playing Dracula, and Boris Karloff, known for playing Frankenstein's monster, were good friends and appeared in 8 movies together.
Wow.
Or C, that Frankenstein's monster wrote a tell-all autobiography entitled Don't Call Me Frankenstein, That's My Father's Name. I need to get better at this. I can't laugh.
Yeah. I think it's C, Jim.
I can't laugh during one of them. Okay, the answer, however, is B. Though rumors in films like Tim Burton's Ed Wood depict a deep rivalry between the two, both men shared a deep respect and friendship. Lugosi even originated the character of Igor, appearing alongside Karloff in Son of Frankenstein.
Well, this gives me a hint that among our writing team are some folks that studied film history.
Yeah, I suspect.
Yeah.
But this is good, rich film history.
I know, right? Like
great.
classics.
Classics.
Great trivia.
So if you are so moved in this Halloween season to watch some classics,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you've got some.
Dracula
You have some
and
options.
Frankenstein.
And read the tell-all autobiography.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff there.
And if you're, be sure to check out Juanito Friday Market last day today.
Today.
And that does it, my friends, for this week. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Share.
Special thanks to Anthony Girardi, Kate Ryan, and Chris Peterson for their magic behind the scenes.
Woohoo,
Thank you.
Our next episode is October 6th. Until then,
Stay connected, Kirkland.